If you're looking at Aspire landscaping software in 2026, the real question is not whether Aspire has a CRM, scheduling, invoicing, and reports. It does. The real question is whether your landscaping business is complicated enough that connecting all of those pieces is worth the implementation work and the commercial commitment. So I'm going to look at Aspire in 4 ways: the estimate to production workflow, what happens in the field, the job cost feedback loop, and then the honest setup and pricing reality. Let's start with the strongest use case for Aspire, because this is where the software makes sense. You can build an estimate with production kits, approved margins and markups, labor, materials, and your service assumption. When the customer signs, that one work becomes a work ticket for scheduling. Your operations teams assign those tickets to crews, the field records time and materials, and Aspire feeds that actual data back into job costing and reporting. So for example, if you estimated 40 labor hours for a landscape install and the crew used 52, that variance is connected to the original bid instead of disappearing across a quote tool, a calendar, and a spreadsheet. For estimate to production continuity, Aspire wins. Now let's talk about scheduling and field execution. Aspire officially supports recurring work, bulk route action, route optimization by day, route, or workload, last-minute jobs pushed into existing routes, and schedule updates sent to mobile devices. It also lets operations add blank days for weather, move properties, and stretch work across multiple days. The mobile app is described as offline capable, and it can capture time, materials, equipment inspections, forms, and issues. There is a serious landscaping workflow, especially when you have maintenance routes running next to enhancement or construction crews. The limitation is that I didn't get a live test account, so I cannot tell you how every offline action behaves or how cleanly a real dispatcher handles a 40-stop rainout. Those are demo questions, not facts. I'm going to guess. But here's where Aspire gets really interesting: job costing. The system is designed to compare actual labor and material cost against the estimate while the work is happening, and then use that history to improve future pricing. For an established commercial landscaping company, that can matter more than a slicker quote screen. You want to know which property, service line, crew, or estimator is missing the production target. Aspire also has customizable dashboards and reports, and its accounting handoff is worth understanding. Aspire says it pushes limited financial data into QuickBooks, QuickBooks Online, or Acumatica rather than doing a full two-way sync. So for operational reporting tied back to the bid, Aspire is strong, but you need your accountant to validate the exact handoff. Now the honest part: implementation and usability. Aspire says every client gets complete implementation and training, one-to-one implementation, lifetime support, and unlimited ongoing training. Independent review evidence is mixed. Capterra shows a strong overall rating, and reviewers praise the reporting, field time capture, and having job data in one place. But recent reviews also describe onboarding as a major investment, with unclear setup, clunky processes, and a lot of work required from the customer's own team. Other reviewers say support was helpful after that investment. So I would not say Aspire has bad support, and I would not say it's easy also. I would say the outcome depends heavily on whether you assign a capable internal owner and treat implementation like an operations project. But let's talk about pricing. Aspire does not publish one fixed monthly dollar amount. Its current public posture is pricing based on company size, complexity, and contracted functionality, with a monthly license fee and no limit on users. The price is protected through the contract term, and the service level agreement is part of the contract, but Aspire does not publish one universal contract length on the plans page. Payment, rural services, and GPS fleet management can be quoted separately. So anybody giving you one universal Aspire price without seeing your proposal is just guessing. Here's my verdict. Aspire is worth a serious evaluation if you run an established multi-crew landscaping operation where maintenance, construction, purchasing labor, and job margin have to stay connected, and you can put a real person in charge of implementation. If your day is mainly straightforward residential quotes, visits, and invoices, Aspire can be more operating system than you need, and Jobber is the lighter door. If recurring lawn, routes, and automation are the main problem, look hard at Service Autopilot. If budget-based estimating and production rate discipline are the center of the business, compare Element directly. Before you buy Aspire, take one finished job into the demo. The estimate, the work tickets, the crew hours, the material cost, the change, and the final invoice. Make the team show you that full chain with your numbers. If the chain is clean and your team can own the rollout, Aspire can really be worth it. If they cannot show it, do not buy the promise. Be safe out there, and I'll see you in the next one.